Okay. Hello, 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 hello. All right. So I'm here. I always do that incense candle lighting bullshit before I go live. Well, kind of how to handle that before I could hit the live button. Y'all know how I am. So, anyways, how y'all doing? It's a beautiful day. Beautiful, cold fucking day. It is raining ice outside. I still have no water, but thank God I got heat. For real, though. Still don't have no water, but thank God I got heat. So if you were live with me last night, I was up in the middle of the night trying to get my pipes unfroze, cooking homemade chicken noodle soup that like literally disappeared within front of me within like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. It was so hot, it was fucking gone. Just gone. And then I did a little live where like I went to sleep and just played the music for you in the background. Well, so while I'm getting everything together that I need to do right now to make the second pot of chicken soup, this is where we just like continue to use the leftovers and continue to make more chicken noodle soup. So, well, I'm gathering all my ingredients to do this. I'm just going to mute again. And then I will be right back once I have all my ingredients gathered. Okay? So enjoy the music. Alright, so I got the noodle in the pan, and now all I'm doing is adding the spices right now. So, yeah, just chilling. Just a chilling. That's all. Putting spices in my pan. And like, the greatest thing about this is that I can just like literally hit the mute button and just listen to this music forever. Forever. Okay? Play this shit while I'm sleeping. Y'all don't even understand. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know, at least when I'm getting around, I'm just gonna hit mute, let y'all listen to this. Yeah, do it. Hello, Pamela. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Yo, Pam, here's the link if you want it. It kind of would be a little easier to talk. Just saying. The link is for anybody and everybody can take it. Again, just saying. Give me 1 second, Pam. I'm cutting chicken breast. Or whoever it is. I just assume it's Pam. Now go, Fluff. Get off of my fucking counter. Now. Damn cat. You're doing good? Okay. Yep, it's a Pamela T. Hello, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm making homemade chicken noodle soup again. Just repeatedly, repetitive shit every night.
Did you see the joke over there in Andrew when I said, what do you call a cold dog?
Kinda. I really was like in and out trying to get shit done.
What do you call a cold dog?
Uncondom?
A chili dog.
Oh, okay. What do you call a cold dog? A man without his wetsuit.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing much. Making this chicken noodle soup. Still trying to get my fucking pipes to unfreeze. You know, living the life.
We all have that. We all have that rough life. They need to really leave Hunter alone.
Dude, if it wasn't for this, I would just have something else stuck in my life right now. Okay? That's the life of being a woman. Everything in your life fucks you.
Yeah, what the light bulb say to his wife?
You're not too bright?
You light me up.
Oh, God. I'm glad I'm not a light bulb because I don't light nobody up.
Yeah, I was in there telling some jokes.
Always, always. Everybody loves your jokes. You make everybody laugh.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, is laugh. Laughter is the best medicine.
Better than crying your eyes out.
Yep. Hey, I seen a case this morning.
Yeah,
That Morgan Geyser
yeah.
may have to spend the rest of her life in an institution now.
Well, crazy is as crazy does.
She shouldn't have escaped.
Crazy is as crazy is. I mean, shit.
And then I seen on there where a teacher got over 6 years.
I mean, if you break the law, why not just, do the time, get it over with? Look, I technically didn't even break the law, but I'm still doing 12 months probation because I tried to do something and I guess wasn't allowed to. But hey, once I do the 12 months of probation, I get my gun rights back anyways. Because it kind of works. Like, the county fucked up really bad. And
well, if you do it this way, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Look, I should have never tried to buy the gun, but the county had all their shit fucked up too. So I'll take the 12 months probation with no fine, every other month supervision, and at the end of the 12 months, I get to go back to court, and then they give me my gun rights back.
See, here we don't have, you don't have to have a permit now here.
Oh, well, it's all because my fucking husband did some real shady shit back in the day. That's why, you should never get married.
Well, I hope everything. I just try not to get all up in all that other. I just want everything. I'm going to look to a better 2026.
I cannot wait for 2026. I'm so looking forward to my new year.
And I made so many people happy. I love making people happy and smile.
That's awesome, though. So I got to watch that live with the girls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was great. That was so awesome of you. Really, really awesome.
That's the real part of me.
Hey, Snow Angel, what's up? You can come
Snow
take the
Angel.
panel. You can come take the panel. There can be 6 of us up here, and we can just bullshit and talk. Fuck it. And give a fuck. I got lots to say, but I'm really trying to bite my tongue.
I love Munch's channel. It's so calm and smooth.
My channel used to be the same way.
Well, go back to it. Make it your 2026 goal.
Okay, well, see, that's what I was talking about last night. So I can't do shit from this phone. I'm literally going to start a whole new account. And start a whole brand new channel where there's nobody blocked, none of that shit. I don't know. It's really fucked up that I gotta use like multiple accounts just to do one fucking thing. Like, that drives me crazy. I really don't want this shit on my animals channel, but hey, here I am because I'm fucking bored. What do I have to say? Dude, Snow Angel, if you are who I think you are, I have a lot to say to you. Like, a lot to say to you. If you're who I think you are. Give me 1 second in case I'm mute.
She wants to know bad or good. I have no clue, Snow Angel.
That are good. Okay, so if Snow Angel is Honey Badger, and if that is the same person that I allowed to come on Mama Bear's panel way back in the day before I ever had my own channel, and we talked about a dream that they had about Summer Wells being in a certain spot with water around it, if that is the same person, then I've got things I want to say to you, but only to you. It's not good. It's not bad. It is a little
Oh, I'll
bit
drop
more.
down.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine, Pamela. But it's a little bit more in depth. Okay, so this Honey Badger chick, or whatever her name was, came up on the panel and she told me about this dream that she had. And we talked about dreams that I've had. And because of some other things that have gone on since I've left YouTube or whatnot like that, I want to reach back out to that person and further discuss these dreams that we were talking about probably like 2 years ago now. And because I've got some like details that I want to add, details that I want to talk about, but it's not something to be done on YouTube. Okay, like it's not something I'm going to sit here and discuss on YouTube without discussing personally, privately with this person first. But okay, you are the same person. Okay, great.
I'm in it and I ain't in it.
No. I still don't know how to get a hold of you privately. My email has never changed. If you still have my email has never changed. And I can put something in the Jessica Ghost channel community post section on how to contact me, but my email's never changed. But so anyways, because that's not what this is about. Okay, I really don't want to talk about that poor child here. I really don't. So like sitting here and, you know, in the Christmas spirit and discussing anything to do with that shit. Like on the real. I'm going to drop this again just in case if you do want to come up, honey, or Snow Angel.
Hey, do you know why skeletons skipped the party?
No, but yo, Pamela. So
Because they had nobody to go with them.
Pamela, I saw that some of that stuff you sent to New York in that box was skeletons.
Oh yeah, because I had 2 of them.
The whole sugar skull and whatnot. I was like, wow, Pam got rid of her skulls. That's crazy.
Yeah, I had 2 of them.
At
Oh
least
yeah,
to me, it's crazy.
I'll let them go. Long as it'll make somebody else happy, just like it does me. Oh, believe me, I got plenty of skulls.
Oh, I know you do. You got skulls on top of skulls on top of skulls. It's crazy. Hey,
Exactly.
like, subscribe, and share. I really don't care, but the thumbs up would be nice. Even the thumbs down. Either way, it's just a mark in the algorithm to make YouTube know that I'm really alive, not a robot.
My 2026 is
So
gonna be totally different.
What do you all think about robots taking over the world? Like, the androids, the AIs are going to overtake the world.
Well, put it this way.
Pretty soon we're all going to be answering to ET.
Not a whole lot we can do about it.
Well, I personally think that the problem is that Americans don't want to work, and the foreigners come here and get all the jobs because Americans don't want to work, but then we don't make anything in our tax revenue. So if we're not going to make nothing in our tax revenue, instead of paying a foreigner, we might as well pay a robot.
Yeah, but to get these people out of here,
I have a whole trailer. I have a whole trailer next door to me filled with illegal immigrants. Ain't not one of them allowed to be in the United States, let alone right next door to me. Whole freaking trailer of them. Dude, I would love for ICE to come in here and bust the neighbor's trailer. Like, there's 4 or 5 dudes in there, ain't not one of them allowed here.
we can't control the world.
No, you can't control the world. Half the time you can't even control yourself.
What we do is take it day by day.
Yeah, sometimes I take my shit second by second, minute by minute.
Because you never know when it's our last minute.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true.
So be happy with what you got. Because it can be gone in a minute. I'm just thankful every day when I get up in the morning and I go on.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I just stirred this soup. It is like so yummy.
I want some peanut butter fudge.
You want some peanut butter fudge?
Yep.
You're right.
Or some Buckeyes. But yeah, we just gotta go on and 26, let 26 be 26. We can't predict them. We can't do, we can't change the world. This is going to be like it is. But we all live by our choices alone. Now we all don't spread for bread. That's only what women and peanut butter have in common. They spread for bread. You're not crazy, Snow Angel.
No, I don't think so. Nobody believes me when I tell them about my gifts or I'm crazy. So it is what it is. I have an issue with gifts and premonition, but no one believes me and calls me crazy. Or I'm made fun of. Okay, whoa. Okay, so you just said that. But that's what I was just talking about. That I met you when I was doing lives on Mama Bear's channel. And I was the only person that would believe you or even talk to you about it. And I even left you come on panel and talk about it and everything. I was the only fucking person that even believed anything to come out that woman's mouth. I mean, like, I'm just gonna put it out there. If you've never kissed the fucking face of death, you don't got a clue. Some that go over, per se, and come back, really do come back with some, like, real shit. Like, wow shit going on with them. So, yeah, I really do believe you. And they can make fun of me, too, for believing you, but no, I really do believe that shit.
Well, you'll have your haters. You'll have your haters hating.
It's okay, because I ain't got no toilet paper. I need to wipe my ass anyways. Haters hate. That's what they do.
And they hate because they're miserable with their own lives, and I'm not going to live that way.
I would rather be hated than be the hater. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
I mean, like, do you know how much energy you lose and how much time and mental health goes to waste because you hate somebody else? Like, hate is a terrible ass reflection. Terrible ass reflection. Okay? And in order for you to put that type of energy into the world, you must really feel that way about yourself.
Jessica, did I ever once say I could solve Summer's case? I only asked because certain names.
No, and that's not what was ever said. Literally was never really said like that. She never tried to present herself like, oh, she's got psychic powers and she's gonna handle this, da 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 da. But she does have some gifts that are very useful and some very good insights on a lot of things.
Yeah, but a lot of things get twisted. When you say something, they'll twist it.
Do you know why they twist it? Because they're all anywhere from 50 to 75 years old, and they all still wear thongs, and they got that dental floss going up their ass, so they ain't got no fucking clue how to be a real woman.
Well, I wasn't going to say it that bad. But
they all got their panties in a bunch. They all got their panties in a bunch.
I ain't got mine in no bunch. I'm going to do what Andrew says. I'm going to do what I want. And you can say my name all day long. Say my name, say my name.
I will do what I want because not one motherfucker has ever donated to my Cash App despite what she says. Not one person has ever paid any of my bills. And I take care of me, my 2 kids, my home, 2 dogs, and 5 cats. On less than $1,000 fucking dollars a month, I get no other government assistance, no food stamps, no cash assistance, nothing. And I do all this on less than $1,000 a month. Nobody pays my way. And until somebody else pays my fucking way, I'll continue doing me.
Exactly. That's what you got to do. You got to do you and your family. Don't let the haters hate. Because they're the ones that's going to live in misery. But misery loves company.
Yo, Snow White.
And it ain't for me.
That last comment, I'll tell you this. Lately, my father has been in my ear about Agent Orange. He's dead. That's really, really fucking creepy. If you knew what I was doing right now in my very personal life. That comment about Agent Orange is really fucking creepy. Oh wow, that's even cool. Well, not cooler, but that's kind of then come to find out my father was affected by Agent Orange in Vietnam 2 tours. Okay, so y'all know I live in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. Well, Lock Haven, Pennsylvania is home to the Piper Aircraft and Drake Chemical. Drake Chemical is the place that actually they painted the radon
onto the airplane dials and onto the clocks and whatnot like that. Both of my grandparents worked with the Drake Chemical Company, fucking around with radon. My grandfather did a small stunt working at the local airport, again, fucking around with the radon. There's a lot of radon dump sites in my local area. If you ever have watched lives where I walk down to a gated area in the woods with Titan or Oreo, that literally was a radon drop site back in the day before the 1972 St. Agnes flood. And they would drop and bury barrels and barrels of radon waste there. Another thing, in one of these dump sites where we also go to dig our glass, my mother crawled into a radon barrel and had to get radioactive treatment for 10 years, from the age of 7 to the age of 17. So, like,
No, they just said, Jessica, did I ever once say that?
No, I thought I addressed that. No, that's not what she had ever said. Never. That's not what she said. But it's really funny because, like, we're actually in the process right now. So we went out all summer digging in 100, 200, 300-year-old trash dumps. And we picked up a lot of broken uranium glass. And we're, like, actually in the process of taking that broken uranium glass and turning it into jewelry. Like into rings and necklaces and stuff like that. But it's really crazy that you would mention Agent Orange because, like, I'm so familiar with that shit. Like, literally stuck in with radon shit hours before the slide happened.
You know what I want to try? Go out. I want to, it looks fun to watch. Is these people take these magnets and go out to the rivers and drop them?
Snow Angel, I completely can understand that comment, and I definitely understand that. Oh, wow. I would do anything for my father to be able to hold me again. Literally. See, my grandfather, the one that I was just talking about with the radon and painting the little radon on the airplane dials and shit like that, he actually did a stunt in North Korea War, and was a North Korean prisoner who actually survived and got away, and then came back here and was fucking with radon and whatnot. Hello, how are you?
Good. Those ghost finders where, like, if there's a ghost in your home or whatever, it'll have an outline of it.
Yes.
There's one in my home, and it's in the kitchen all the time with me.
That's crazy.
And yesterday when I was making cookies, my son has this mini record player.
How's he doing?
Good, and it takes magnetic energy to make it work. And I was making cookies, and all of a sudden it started playing, and nobody was around it.
Wow.
No, my dad wants me to fight for this Agent Orange thing. Through the government. And it's, I don't hear his voice. That's not what I'm trying to convey, but I know what his voice sounds like, and I'll never forget it, right? But, like, I can feel his presence so close to me.
I'm actually going to turn this off.
He wants me to fight for this, to compensate me, my brother, and my son.
Wow.
Because
Snow Angel.
my brother has behavioral issues, right? And my son was
when he was born, he had 6 adult teeth missing, and he has Chiari malformation.
Okay, Snow Angel, that's what I was going to just say before you even brought all that up. Because of what my grandfather did and who he was, and because of what happened to my mother and the 10 years that she went through radiation treatment, I'm going to be the first person to tell you that my grandfather should have never had my mother or her sister. My mother should have never had me or my sister. And just maybe, I should have never had my twins. And it all goes back to the Agent Orange. It all goes back to the radon.
Yeah, because they said,
Um,
I was reading, it can hold on for 3 generations.
3 generations after your father.
Yeah.
Okay.
My son's very intelligent, but he has like
My pap would be the one that messed with it. Then my mom, me, and then my kids. My kids are the 3rd generation.
yeah, that
so,
could be
but,
why autism, all of it.
okay, but if your father's the one that messed with it, you and your brother would be the 1st generation. Your son would be the 2nd.
My father didn't mess with it. He was a ground troop in Vietnam. Okay.
But he's the one that was near it. All right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you and your brother are the 1st generation and your son's the 2nd generation. So your grandchildren are still going to be affected by this if you have grandchildren.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense why certain things in my life happen, like all the miscarriages I had.
I went through 11 before I had my twins.
Oh, but like I could hear him telling me, fight for this, right? Because he never invested in any of his VA monies, his benefits. He never touched any of it.
Well, you and your brother, as being surviving children,
right,
should definitely be able to pull something off of that. Like, seriously, look into this, because there's a huge lawsuit and stuff going on right now over the Agent Orange.
Yeah, we have to get the FOIA and his DD 214 and his DD 10. But I have his Social Security papers and the dates match up, right? He was never diagnosed with it, but he died of lung cancer and presumed lung cancer. And no one in our family ever had it, and it can cause spina bifida in children and offspring, and Chiari malformation is a form of spina bifida.
Yes.
And my son has it.
Well, on top of your son, your brother being the 1st generation after your father was in the war and stuff like that. I mean, like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be the person when the government offers free money when you don't sign up. That's your fault.
Yeah. I mean, I just got to get all that paperwork, and find his death certificate and all that. I have it. I just don't. The death certificate, I'm just not sure where it's at, but I can get another copy of it. But since the government, I started feeling this, and the strength of it was so overwhelming. It's like he was sitting beside me telling me, you need to do this. I can't have died for nothing, right? So then the government shut down and the VA was affected. So I got to get back on it now.
The VA being affected by the government shutdown was one of the worst things. Like, right before the government shutdown happened, my father found out he had to have that heart surgery. And then with the VA shutting down because of the government shutdown, we literally just prayed and hoped every day the government would open back up and file the paperwork so he could have his heart surgery.
Yeah, that was hard on everybody, and also I have these abilities and people make fun of me and tell me they don't believe me. And it's like, whatever. and I'm not gonna tell anybody anymore. I never said I could solve her case. I never said that.
Okay, but I told you from the beginning. As soon as you started talking to me about that type of stuff, I was like, yo.
Yeah, but Mama Bear told me you said that I was crazy. It's
okay. If I thought you were crazy, why would I bring you on panel to discuss this stuff openly with you? I've talked to you behind the scenes about this stuff, all that.
She said that you told her that I had personality disorders and all that, and then I was nuts.
Well, I'm going to be honest about that. I didn't per se say you were nuts, but I said I thought maybe you had split personality because you would come into the chat room with like 3 different accounts and talk under all your accounts at once. I found that odd.
No, I didn't do it all at once. I only I would come in and then a couple days later I'd change my name. I did have different accounts, but I didn't use them all. But
it confused me of why if you're this person or that now you're this person, now you're this person. It really confused me. And so after we had talked a little bit, I did say something to her about it's starting to bother me. I'm not sure if I'm actually talking to the same person or if I'm talking to somebody that it's like split personality.
Well, the reason for that is because she told me, I see you everywhere. Every chat you're in, I see you. And she would be like, don't go in this chat. Don't go in that chat. And, and then I know you're in there chatting. Like, what the fuck? So I changed my names to try to fucking go in wherever I fucking want to.
So you understand why I had so many fucking accounts too then?
Yeah.
Because I still want to do me no matter what. Even if that means I have to change my name or have a whole brand
new.
That's what
my thought was. If I got to change my name to do whatever the fuck I want, that's what I'm going to do. She's a gang stalker.
Yes.
And her crew.
And I don't understand that. How pathetic is your life that you need to follow my non-existent one?
Right. And why is it, do you think that you can fucking tell people what to do, where to go? You ain't the fucking police. You ain't the YouTube police. What the fuck? Hello?
I'm here.
And also, when way back in the beginning of Summer's case, and I think I told you this, I was in Benny Key's chat and he wanted to make me a mod and he told me to get a hold of Honest Rage. So I did, and she was like, well, I'll need your credit card number, your social security number. I'm like, what? To be a mod? And I told her I'm not doing all that. No. And then I got kind of a little paranoid because of my son and my husband. I got to protect them. And I was like, no, these people are not going to fucking find out who I am.
I understand too. I definitely understand that one. I love you too, Pamela. Pamela says, I love everybody.
And I tried to be friends with her and everything. And then I realized she was using me for information. And then listen, this is why I say she made fun of my abilities, because she was like, okay, close your eyes and tell me what you see. It don't fucking work like that, lady.
No, it does not work like that. I wish it fucking worked like that.
Right?
Dude, if it worked like that, my pipes would be unfrozen, my oil tank would be filled, my animals wouldn't be running out of food, my kids would actually have a fucking Christmas for the first time in 8 years. Dude, if it worked like that, I'd have fucking money.
And I also told them, this is why I think they got it misconstrued and twisted. If I was in Tennessee, if I went to Tennessee right now and I walked up to Don and Candace, all I'd have to do is brush up against them, shake their hand, talk to them a little bit, and I could tell you if they done it. And I could tell you what kind of people they are. But I can't get to Tennessee, so that isn't saying I could solve the case. That's all I ever said. I never said I could solve that case.
Some people on a like legit shit, some people really can just look at somebody or touch somebody and be like, you ain't no fucking good.
Yeah, I'm one of them people.
You really can feel that shit.
And I was told once I'm like a human lie detector too. I can tell if someone's lying, straight up. Now, I can't do it over a phone. I can't do it unless I'm able to see a person and be near a person. And she's all like, oh, wow, close your eyes. Tell me what you see. I'm like, what?
Close your eyes, tell me what you see.
Yeah, like, it ain't like that.
Eyelids. And because I don't do drugs like you all do, I ain't got pimples in my eyelids. So I see darkness.
Right. And the only time I ever really have premonition about anything is when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
It comes to me in dreams. And like the intuition is just like being around people and knowing whether they're good people or not. And I get a strong feeling of being terrified inside if a person's not a good person and it's dangerous to be around them.
See, I'll be honest with you, that kind of did like throw me off though. That right there threw me off because I'm like, wait, she got all these feelings, but she over there with them.
Huh?
And it really did confuse me because like you have all these abilities, but you were over there hanging out with them.
Right. And I quickly saw that they were using me. And I was just kind of like sticking around just to see, to make sure, right?
Yeah.
And she would ignore me in chats.
Yeah.
Only if she needed my help or needed me to research. And that's when I pulled away. And then basically I needed proof. I needed something so I could prove to people the kind of people they are. ActRight sent me a message in Messenger. See, now, I don't know if you know, but I always went to Andrew. I always went there. I wasn't spying. I wasn't doing anything like that. I liked watching him. That's it. I think he's funny. Okay?
I don't even subscribe to Andrew. I do the wifey and Munch and everybody else, but I don't Andrew. But I still go to Andrew's lives because no matter what, even if I'm in the bushes, that man's going to make me fucking laugh.
Right. And he's funny. Okay? And some of the shit he does is so stupid, it's funny.
But I'm going through and I'll tell you, the only thing that even brought me back to YouTube is because I was looking for those laughs because I'm going through some really depressed ass shit right now.
Right.
But other than that, I wouldn't even be fucking near the goddamn streets. But I do know after modding for that man for 4 years that he will make me laugh no matter how bad my day is. The wife always has put a fucking smile on my fucking face. And Munch has always had some caring ass shit to fucking say.
Right. And then, anyways, back to ActRight. She sent me this message saying, was you on YouTube when Benny Keys was saying ice out Andrew and Lips?
No, I missed all of that shit, dude. I missed all of it.
I'm gonna give you a small rundown. It was about when they were talking.
Lips' ass was still on Andrew's ass, or Lips's lips was still on Andrew's ass when I left YouTube.
Right. So they were talking about putting stuff on the dark web, whatever. That was what. So everyone went after him for saying that because then ActRight was like, you said you were going to put pictures of my children on there. Okay. So ActRight sends me this message and they were talking about Austin Reed and all this bullshit. Anyway. And she was all like, you don't have to go into his, and okay, I sent him $20 in a super chat. So? Okay. Because listen, they were getting thrown out and it was during the shutdown when welfare stopped. I sent him $20 so he could get the kids some stuff.
Okay,
You know,
I've sent Andrew money in the past too. It's
okay.
about those fucking kids. How are you going to be here about one kid and not be here about all the fucking kids?
Right. And then Act Right sends me a message. You don't got to go over there and keep track for me and Mama Bears. And she was all like, and then she was like, if you continue to fall, I can send you the text if I am ever able to. Anyway, and she was all like, if you continue to go over there, like heed the warning and this, that, and that. Excuse me? There was my proof that these motherfuckers tried to tell me what to do and control me. Basically telling me if you go to Andrew's chat, you're no longer allowed on ours. Well, good. Fucking good. Anyways, and I told her, I said, I know. And then I sent Munch and Tammy all the messages and I said, there's a method to my madness. That's all I said. And then she was like, oh, okay. And trying to tell me that her phone broke in half. You could see down the inside of it. And she wanted to send me these messages where Munch was threatening her, which no, he didn't. She took that all out of context. Anyways.
And even if he did, it's just fucking words.
Right. And like,
on it, it is just words. We live in the United States, people. Our first fucking amendment is freedom of press, freedom of speech.
And he didn't threaten her though. She took the whole fucking thing out of context. Anyways. And so the method to my madness was, you know, I was pulling away from them.
Yeah.
And she made it like I was spying for them. No, I fucking wasn't. I had pretty much was done with them. Because one, I can't stand Suzette Brown. She gets up on Mama Bear's panel and you can't get a word in edgewise and she never shuts the fuck up. And she runs that panel. And she's stupid. If you thought I was fucking crazy, listen to that bitch.
I don't like Suzette Brown just for the shit that she had done when I was using Mama Bear's panel before I had my own channel. She was trying to stir fucking dirt, saying bullshit over in Dippy's fucking chat and then acting like she wasn't saying it in Mama Bear's chat.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
And that's the whole reason why I even started my whole fucking channel. And then they all followed me to my channel anyways. We don't fucking like Ghost. And we don't like how she's taking over your lives. And we don't. But now we all sub to her and hang out with her.
Dude, go over there and listen to one of her lives and listen. She even talks over Mama Bear and acts like she owns that fucking channel.
Well, let
You
her.
never did anything like that.
What's what?
I'm listening.
Oh, you're just listening? That's done if you want some.
Okay.
Just one time, go listen when Suzette's on panel. Oh my God.
No, I have better things to do with my data.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, I ain't got no time.
I quickly realized they weren't what I thought. You know what I mean? And I make mistakes. I'm not going to lie. I make mistakes. I made a wrong choice is what I done.
I'm going to tell you right now, I saw it all when her and Chris walked away from Andrew after Andrew was live for the first year. I saw it all then.
And she gets up on her panel and threatens people like she gonna walk out her fucking door and start beating people's ass. Bitch, shut up. You can't even afford to get across the town.
You got my address. It's not locked. I mean, I would love the day.
Right, though? She talks like she gonna beat everyone's ass in the world. I like to see that bitch come to me. I would smash her.
Oh, I need the trash bag.
Anyway, Suzette Brown said about a week ago that I was up there. She's like, why don't you talk to Honey Badge or whatever word. And she's like, she can solve all the cases. Go talk to her. She's psychic. Fucking bitch. I never said that. And I never claimed to be psychic. I'm not psychic.
Angel, I command you to close your eyes right now and tell me how I will be able to obtain a birth certificate and prove that I am an actual born U.S. citizen.
I don't know.
Like I
You
can't, it
have
don't
to
look
know,
like
but
that.
you know it all. You know it all, so you have to know.
No, I don't know at all.
I'm just like, they make it out to like everybody's got all the information and somebody's hiding something. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
law enforcement. That's who's got all the information and that's who's hiding. And the law enforcement, because it's not the public's business.
Right. And I never once ever remember saying I could solve that case. Never did I say that.
But even if you did say it, because I'm sure 100 other thousand people have said it too. All right. If we all collectively put all our information together, I'm sure somewhere we would figure out. But
Right.
that's what it is. This person's got this information, that person's got that, and nobody wants to share anything or work together. Everybody's trying to solve something and not even for a fucking reward. And in my personal opinion, just in my personal opinion, I do agree with other YouTube creators. It's been 4 years. Either she has been completely turned into somebody else and we're looking for the wrong child by now, or the unspoken has happened.
Yep. That's the only thing we can come up with. We're like, I can't sit here and tell you what neck of the woods she might be laying in or what neck of the woods she might be living in. I don't know. I can't. I don't have the ability to just close my eyes and tell you that.
Okay, but how about this? All right. Let's talk about that. I was going to do a live today called Thoughts and Theories.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And actually talk about some things that I've been thinking. But I wanted to speak with you about something privately before I actually came to YouTube with this whole theory that I'm having. So anyhow, and it goes further into what we had talked before about with the whole water situation and stuff like that. Okay. But we're not going to discuss that theory right now. Let's discuss this theory. What if on June 15th, 2021, there was a 5-year-old little girl, no bigger than a 4-year-old. She was no taller than a 4-year-old. She weighed no more than a 3.5 to a 4-year-old. Let's be fucking real, people. She wasn't 5. She was tiny.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's say that she did sneak out that basement door, as we believe it could have occurred. And she did go to that swing. The dogs weren't found on the property that day. Where were the dogs? We don't know. What if the dogs went into the woods running after wildlife and Summer chased after? What if, just what if Summer is on that property and not because the parents placed her there, not because the parents did anything to her, but what if the 11 acres wasn't even entirely searched by law enforcement? Keep that in mind. 11 acres, the entire 11 acres was never searched by law enforcement. Their excuse was the weather, the terrain, the rocky sides. They couldn't do it. They weren't trained to do it. And instead of calling somebody in that was trained to do that, they left it go. What if that little tiny little girl really did fall in one of those crevices, really did fall in one of those cracks?
Right. I mean, that could have happened.
That could have happened.
That's an Occam's razor.
Nobody searched the entire property because nobody could handle the property, the train on the property. So what if, just what if, she was that tiny? She would have fell. Nobody would have heard her scream. Nobody would have seen her.
Yeah.
You can't find what you don't look for.
Right. And I'd say, right, like, I feel like she's either in water or somewhere wet.
Okay.
Okay, and that would be wet.
And look at the creek though, right there.
Uh-huh.
That creek droughts, but that creek floods.
Yeah.
So yes, that creek during flood stages would flood into certain tiny caverns.
Did you hear that live? I don't know if you did. Don Wells was talking about how water, like, it floods out there sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And he said summer could things wash down the river. He said I seen a whole car wash down the river, whatever. Okay, if it can wash a fucking car, why couldn't it wash a child? And I said that once, and everyone told me I was crazy. Okay, if it flooded and there was wind and the water was moving and currents and whatnot, her body could have floated clear out to another state.
Okay, but listen, that's what I just said, though. If she had fell in one of those crevices right after she disappeared, it rained. Okay, they couldn't even search because of how bad the rain was. What if, when that creek reflooded, it went into the crevices and then washed her out?
Right, and they've had a hurricane since then too.
Yes. Okay, I mean, like, and if you follow the path of that creek, it literally goes down into a river that goes down into the Corpus Christi area, the Gulf of Mexico.
And it runs into the Mississippi?
Yeah, that's the river it runs in. It runs into the Mississippi, which runs into the Gulf of Mexico.
Right, and then she could be in an ocean somewhere. That's what I said on Smiley's one time about the water in Washington.
I'm not at all saying any of this to be unheartfelt, ignorant, anything like this. But, like, I'm serious. This is a real possibility. Yeah. People, dude, it's been 4.5 years. Stop looking at the fucking hill and start looking at everything else outside the box.
Right. And I said one time on someone's panel about how water currents and all that, and every body of water except ponds, let's just put that out there, man-made ponds, run into the ocean.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, she's so fucking stupid. That don't happen. Yeah, it does. Every body of water except man-made runs into an ocean. Either the Atlantic, Pacific, Gulf of Mexico, or up above, the Arctic.
And all water leads back to the water. It all comes from the ocean.
Water, like in rivers, streams, even little tiny streams. Where do they think that comes from? That comes from an ocean somewhere. And it all leads back to an ocean somewhere. And they said I was stupid, so there's that.
Well, because nobody wants anybody else to have an original idea. Nobody wants anybody else to come up with anything more than, oh, the parents did it. Well, like I said from the gate, I don't agree with things with Donna Candace's past.
Right.
But I don't ever think that they did something to that child. At least not that day.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna agree with, yeah, he showered with his daughter, and that was inappropriate, in my opinion.
And see, that's where you and I are different. I think they might have, but not on purpose. Like, one of them might have hurt her, but I'm going to say more Candace, but on accident.
Okay, yeah, and I'm going to agree with that, but I'm never, ever, ever going to say anything happened at the water hole.
No.
At least not at that time.
I don't think so either.
If something did happen at the water hole or per se near some water, it wasn't during the...
Right. I think she was maybe placed in water after the fact.
Okay, well, you know what? You want to bring up the water? June 14th, 2021. Don's talked about it. A couple other neighbors have talked about it. They had a party on Ben Hill. There was a panda pole or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of that.
what if on the 15th, after they were at the water hole, they went back home? And what if something happened there?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the first person to tell you, if you think you're a helicopter mom and you got your shit in check, ain't nobody a fucking helicopter mom.
Nope.
Nobody. Okay? Ain't nobody helicopter mom. Ain't nobody helicopter dad. You are not going to know what your child is thinking, doing, or have them in your ear and eyesight 24/7.
Nope. Now here's this. I said this once as a theory, okay, because I always go back to water. That's
Yes,
what
Pamela.
my brain told me, okay?
Pamela's is
Okay.
accident cover-up, in my opinion.
Yes, and here's what I think. I said once, I don't think this, but this is a theory, one of my theories. Okay. That's panda swimming pool that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't get in trouble because it's an accident cover-up. Candace, maybe Grandis, maybe, I don't know. Or somebody, anyways, because there's 2 hours missing. Could have wrapped her in that swimming pool.
And placed her somewhere, yes.
And buried her, and they'd never find the scent because it's polymer plastic.
Yes. And what was missing when she came up missing? The swimming pool.
Yes. And I said that once, and they said, well, the dogs would smell it. No, they fucking wouldn't.
No,
they wouldn't.
Y'all don't get it, okay? They can that polymer plastic makes everything smell proof. That's why you put your herb in it.
And that's why you put your fucking chemicals in it when you're going swimming.
Like nothing. It's smell proof, okay? You're not. The dogs are gonna smell it because the polymer plastic literally makes it smell proof.
Also, it's basically waterproof and algae proof to an extent. You can just literally take a rag and wipe algae off of it, so it wouldn't leak. Because if it leaked, you wouldn't be able to swim in it. Because they were like, her body fluids would leak through it. No, it wouldn't.
No, but see, and that's always been my thing, though. If the parents were involved in any way, I believe it to be a cover-up, and I believe it to have something to do with that swimming pool, not that couch that everybody want to talk about.
Now, what I said with that was that swimming pool, they wrapped her in it, and I thought, well, maybe, remember that Jody Sue's son had cats buried?
Yes!
I was thinking maybe she was, and Jody Sue helped, they buried her where those cats were. Because funny how right after she come up missing, that's when he posted that picture about how he missed cats and showed their graves.
And then place the shit buckets that Ryan found on top of the cat burial.
Yep. Why would you do that? To cover up a possible smell.
Now, I, for one, still, and I will step up to fucking do it, want to dissect those buckets of shit just to make sure there ain't nothing in it. Yeah, I'm that person. I am that person. I will play with some fucking turds to make sure there ain't no bones coming up out of it.
Hey, you do that and I'll stand there and supervise because ew.
I would be that person. I also want in that ground underneath where those buckets were placed.
Yeah. I want to know where that swimming pool went.
I believe we found that swimming pool, or one that looked very much like it. Somebody had done a live down there at the Graffiti Bridge type thing, and there was a panda swimming pool that
the Sensible Tunnel?
Huh?
Sensible Tunnel?
Yes. Okay. So
and they hung there.
Yes, but there's a live where somebody went out there and they searched around that tunnel and everything, and they found a panda pool off in the woods.
Was that John Davis? No.
No, it wasn't John Davis. It was somebody. It was like a really like no name YouTuber.
Was it Scotty Skulls?
He has one. He has one, but it was somebody that was going out there. They did more on the history of the tunnel than they weren't there about summer. They
I know
were there.
who you're talking about. Was
They
it a
were there.
paranormal?
Yes, they were there doing the history of the tunnel and talking about how the husband killed his wife and had dragged her body into the woods. And when they went over, they panned over to the woods area to show where he had buried his wife, and that's where the swimming pool was up.
I think I saw that. It's something paranormal, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of the paranormal channels. But yeah, it wasn't like Scotty, but Scotty had something up that he did too about it.
Yeah, and I can't remember because I had I had sent Mom and Bear some stuff about that paranormal guy, and she said she'd watch it, and I know she didn't because she come back a couple weeks later. Hey, do you know that channel about the same fucking shit I already sent her? I'm like, why am I doing this for you if you ain't even looking at the shit?
Oh my God, I used to send her shit all the time.
And then come back at you and be like, do you know where that video is? And you already sent it?
Yeah, but I used to send her stuff. That Carl guy that was doing like the ley line coverage and talking about the Serpent Mound in Ohio and how it's complete ley line coverage from their church in Rogersville and blah 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 blah. But I used to send her videos about that because like now I do believe in ley lines. I do believe that certain things
you want to get into that talk? Okay.
Reasons. I mean, I'm just saying, I do believe in that shit.
I do too. I do too.
I thought it was awesome that somebody went completely in depth of the numerologies.
That was Killer Looks.
No. Carl from Enchanted Path.
Yes, Enchanted Life Path. Yeah, I like him.
I used to send her shit his all the time. I loved that guy doing that.
It's like she didn't watch half the stuff that was sent to her.
No. And then want to argue with you because you watched it.
Right. Yep. Like, what the fuck? I just keep my mouth shut.
You get it. And until you watch it, let's not speak on it.
Right, exactly. And then I like Enchanted Life Path and the whole did you know, is that true, or do you know if Robin Lane was part of the David Koresh thing, Waco, Texas?
Was Robin Lane part of the David Koresh thing in Waco, Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about that. I lived there when that shit went down in Waco, Texas as an elementary student. Okay?
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Not quite far from the reservation either.
Yeah.
Had no idea that kind of shit was going on a couple blocks away. Type thing.
Now, right there in Rogersville, Tennessee, in Churchill, there's a church called the Mount Carmel.
Okay, so okay, so we're going to talk about this. So, Mount Carmel is Waco, Texas. They are the same church. When Waco, Texas shut down, they went there and opened up Mount Carmel. Now, if you get into Robin Lane's ancestry, prior by her maiden name, you will find out that yes, there are relations between her and David.
I thought so, because she looks like him.
There are also relations between her and the man that opened the church there in Tennessee.
Wow, yeah. See, I thought so. Now, because I was going down that avenue with Enchanted Life Path was too. And I was going.
I researched that with Enchanted Life Path.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that, and then that's when we just started not talking.
Yeah,
because it was right around that time I was searching that too. Also, the SDA Church is part of. So the David Koresh Church He was Seventh-day Adventist till he turned over to his own thing. Do you know that? His family, David Koresh's family, his parents and whatnot, he studied in the SDA church.
Yeah.
And then it became more of his own thing.
Yep.
His cult, whatever.
Yeah. And the SDA church is a knockoff of the LDS, which is the Mormons.
Yep. Now, there's Mount Carmel in the state of Ohio. It's not churches, and I wonder if it's affiliated. It's hospitals. Mount Carmel East, West. But I wonder if it's affiliated. I don't know.
There's an Enchanted Life Path episode about that. And that's what I was just talking about the ley lines, about how the church goes directly north up the ley line to Serpent Mound or Serpent Hill in Ohio.
Serpent Mound, yeah, it's in Ohio. Because I'm in Ohio, I know that for sure.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if you do the ley lines between Mount Carmel and the Mount Carmel, they should line up too.
Oh, see, I don't know how to do ley lines. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sure I could figure it out. But I know what they are.
Okay.
And there's also, they did a thing. Somebody did ley lines. It probably the same person. Maybe, I don't know. Where I don't know. There was a serpent, something, markers. And Ben Hill traces back to all of them in like a triangle or a pentagram.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And like he did it for like a couple weeks explaining everything. But that's what I'm talking about. Like I'm sorry, I'm a numerologist. I believe in other things. Everything lines up to something, and it really doesn't line up to the people if you look outside the fucking hill.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering if that Lamplight Theater lines up.
Yes. All right. I'm going to tell you, my number one first suspect was Timothy.
Oh, yeah, that Timothy Etheridge guy. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, he creeped me out.
Him? Okay, so it was the Timothy guy, it was Robin Lane with her secret adoption, or it was the flute dude. But I believe it was Church. If that little girl did not fall on that hill and fall into a crevice somewhere on that hill, I believe it was that church.
Now, I did some research, kind of on my own. Now I'm going to ask you. So I did what to look for in a predator, a child predator and whatnot. And it said they'll usually go back to the place that, if anything happened, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll align themselves with the police, the community, and make themselves, a good pillar, a good volunteer, a good person. What did you ever think about Trevor Lee? Did you like him? I thought it was odd that he first person come out to put up money for her. $2,000 reward. And his age is what bothers me. It's because he was like 18.
Okay, so in my opinion, not saying that I've done background knowledge or anything like that. So, in my opinion, I believe that Trevor Lee is related to 423 Cheese.
Okay, also, listen to this. Trevor Lee also, and people that are child predators will work in like volunteer services for children and they'll work around children. Now get this. He worked for the YMCA boys camp. Okay. He was a one of the guides or whatever, one of the camp council. He was a camp council for them, for juvenile camp at the YMCA. And also his mother took in foster children and raised them.
Okay. So, yeah, I really didn't follow him or anything like that. I really didn't.
I just thought he was odd.
Okay, something about him made me leave all the Facebook groups that he was in.
Something about him what?
Something about Trevor. I left the Facebook groups that he was in.
Yeah, he's creepy. And first time,
okay, that premonition shit. If you put a bad taste in my mouth just by looking at your name, I'm not even gonna fucking look at your shit.
Look, he put a bad taste in my mouth, and I got a bad. He was the first person I suspected ever. If it were a stranger, he was the first one I suspected. He gave me the creeps. Because for one, what 18-year-old, just turned 18-year-old, is volunteering to look for missing children? He aligned himself with the TBI. He's got inside knowledge with the law enforcement.
My very first suspect, if it wasn't the church, it was JSB. And the reason why it was her is because I myself personally had a pleasure of seeing her Facebook lives before they were ever taken down when summer came out.
I've seen them too. I had them all recorded, and I tried to give them away, and no one wanted them. And then all of a sudden, they're like,
I had the pleasure of watching Jody Sue Brown and 2 other women dance practically naked around a fire in the middle of the woods, bringing in the summer solstice, June of 2021.
See, I didn't see that.
I had the privilege of watching her lives and listen to how she talked about the Welsh children and what she was going to do to one of them to get that land.
Yep.
And other people in these streets have seen that shit too, Jody. Just because you pulled it and marked it private doesn't mean that people don't remember.
Right. Hey, I had all her lives recorded that she was on Facebook. Like I said, I tried to give them away, even tried to give them to Mama Bear. They didn't want shit to do with them. And then when I got rid of them, hey, would you happen to... I said, well, I did. No one wanted them. And that's what I told her. I said no one wanted them, so I had to get a new phone, and I got rid of them.
Well, there's a YouTuber that still has her channel and still has them all under membership.
Well, who is it? Crystal Crime Time?
No. It's a local Tennessee YouTuber.
Okay. There's several of them. There's Mountain Tennessee Truth.
Shay Safe Place.
Huh? Shay's Safe Place?
Yep.
Oh, I thought she was in Kentucky.
Well, I thought she was local there or whatever, but at one time they were on her channel marked under membership.
Oh. Well, I think she lied, to be honest. I think she's younger. She lived in Tennessee, and everyone, because the way she talked, believes she lived in Tennessee, but she actually lives in Kentucky.
I have no idea where anybody lives. Really don't care either.
Right, and then they was like, well, you're not a local.
I don't care where anybody lives. Nobody's living on my couch, and that's all that matters.
Right, but they said, you're not a local, you're in Kentucky, but at one time she was.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah, she was a local and she knows the areas. And just shit like that. Like, they've got that case all fuckered up.
Oh my.
I mean, all the bullshit that case has brought, even if there was a fucking jury pool, it's going to be tainted unless they go to a whole different state.
You can't. Where? Where are you going to go that somebody hasn't had some knowledge of what's going on?
Right. The jury, they're not going to be able to hold a jury for that case.
This case went worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not going to be able to get a jury that's going to straight up go in there and be unbiased on anything.
Exactly.
But I could do it. I could listen to all the evidence and only the evidence that I hear in the courtroom and put everything I've ever heard on social media to the back door because it wasn't provided in the courtroom. I can do it.
Right. I think I could do it. I would have to go with solid proof though and leave YouTube as if I never watched it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. If you do it, you have to act like you ain't never watched YouTube.
Yeah.
Act like you ain't never heard of the case, these people, anything until the day you went to court.
Yeah.
But I could though, because I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, that father, Donald Wells, he said a whole bunch of wildy fuck shit during the first 2 years of this case.
I told Mama Bear and all of them, if you listen to Don Wells, if you really listen to him, he gives you clues.
Yeah, he do.
And she's like, no, he's a fucking piece of shit. Okay, if that's the way you want to look at it, there is a truth in every lie.
I'm going to tell you right now.
There is a truth in every story.
I'm going to tell you right now that if anybody would have listened, we could have had a chance of actually finding her and saving her. If when he told the news on the third day that she was in a hotel room somewhere, okay, yep. I believe that. Like, I believe some of the stuff that he said.
Yeah, I do too. And I really try to pay attention to him.
I also believe that if there was not an accident, a cover-up accident or something that day, I do believe those parents seen her after that day.
Yeah, and right. And I do believe that Don is trying to tell us, not tell us, but he's trying to tell on whatever happened. Like if Candace did something on accident, he's trying to tell us that. But no one's listening. I used to tell Mama Bear, cut out the static and the noise.
Yeah, just listen to him, okay? Cut out all the other bullshit and just listen to go back and listen to his drunk rambles, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
So much. When he would get drunk on Cher's Live, he would say like like, I don't know if anybody would watch back then, but like Cher would be like, Dawn, shh, Dawn, shh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I watched it.
Okay, but like he would say some wow shit.
Honestly, if I could have reached Cher, I'd have slapped her in the mouth and told her, you should let him talk. You know, like cut the static out. Like you said, bullshit. That's what I call static. And the noise. And just listen to the facts. Listen to what could be fact. Listen to the Occam's razor of it.
Yes, that.
I mean, and she thought it was crazy or stupid or whatever. I don't care.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
But yeah, that whole thing with the Serpent Mountain shit, that was crazy. I was like, wow. So leave your information in the other channel and we'll look it up.
What?
Your contact information or whatever you were going to leave on the other channel and I'll look it up.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I can do that. I can hit you in back chat now.
There you go. I sent you my email in the back chat.
Okay, I can't see it. It's locked for me. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. All right. I mean,
I was like, dude, wait, we're sitting here talking. Like, I actually have a way to directly give you my shit.
yeah, but she's probably gonna come out if she knows that we're talking and tell you that I called you sloth, which I did.
Okay, I saw that shit. I used to laugh at it. How can how am I gonna get mad that you call me a sloth when I tell everybody I'm a sloth? Like, how am I supposed to get mad at that shit? I thought it was funny. Okay, I got jokes too.
Hey, next time we're in a chat together, I'll call you that. Fuck her all up, won't it?
But I mean, like, okay, I got jokes too. But like, like, I don't know. I seen that shit a couple times and I would just laugh. Like, okay, so you call me a sloth, dude? I call myself a sloth. Like
the Ice Age sloth. That's what I'd say.
I tell you what, right now, like, I degrade myself so nobody else can degrade me worse than I have.
Well, I want you to know that I shouldn't have said it and I was wrong.
That's okay. Look, okay, like when you start playing with the toddlers at preschool, you start acting like a toddler at preschool. It's
right.
life, it happens.
Yeah. It's just I regret even going to her channel or even thinking she was a good person. I just really regret that.
Well, I don't regret you ever coming to her channel because that's how I met you from the gate, okay?
Yeah.
So.
But like, I'm not gonna turn on Andrew just because she don't like him. I'm not doing that. I've always liked him. I think he's funny. Period.
Okay, so that's what I couldn't understand when her and Chris went and made her channel, and they did all that like hardcore like bashing Andrew and shit. I was nowhere around because we were not friends. Despite now she wants everybody to believe that we've been friends for the entire 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can go back on her own channel and look like, no, you guys weren't even talking the first 3 years. What the fuck?
I just say that you threw all her information in the trash. What, the information you found for her?
No, okay. Okay, you don't understand. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm physically fully disabled. I have no driver's license. Okay, I have no way of travel. They were in Louisiana at the time. She was renting a laptop from Rent-A-Center. All right. Well, she didn't have the money to pay the Rent-A-Center payments, so the Rent-A-Center people wanted the laptop back. So she sat there.
See?
So she sat there thinking she was like saving her shit or whatever, and even me on the phone and Taylor right next to her, like, dude, you're throwing it away. Don't do that. Why are you putting it in the trash? You're going to lose it. Da 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 da. So then months went by that she was still coming on my panel. She was still hanging out with me, everything for months. Remember, like, they moved from Louisiana to Oklahoma. All that shit went down on my channel. At no time until we stopped talking did she tell anybody that I supposedly came to Louisiana and took her information out of her computer.
No, she said that you did it through, she said that because you were part of her channel, you were able to take her stuff and throw it away into the trash because you were part of her channel.
Because I was part of her YouTube channel did not give me any access to her Google account. Google.
She said she gave you access to it. And
No. Nope. And we already dedunked that because a bunch of us have in the back have already did the same thing to each other. Mm-hmm. And no, there's no way you can get into anything more than YouTube. And then you can only get into what the owner allows you to be able to do.
Right. And that's what I thought. And well, I know that, but I was like, that makes no fucking sense.
There's no way that I ever obtained her email. There's no way that I ever obtained her
I asked Google her once, I said, would she have had to physically come to your house and do that?
Or wouldn't I have to have a password, which I never did? Because when you ask somebody to be top mod of your channel, it's not through password. I was never given a
Exactly.
password to obtain it. I was given
And
an
that's what
invite link.
See, that's where the story started going sour, because I was like, why did you give her your passwords? If I said, you should never do that. She said, I never gave her my passwords. I said, then how did she throw your shit away?
No, she gave me an invite link.
I know. And I said, the only way she could do that is to come to your house, get into your computer and hack it.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, there's other ways. I said, no, there ain't. I said, unless she's going on the dark web to do it. I said, you can't do that.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I wouldn't be in the spot I'm in right the fuck now if I could get to the dark web, okay?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was telling her. There's no way a person can do that, because one, you'll get arrested if you're found out. And two, you can't do it. You have to have all these encryptions.
So at Walmart, for like $40, you can get an MTO smartphone through Straight Talk for $40.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my phone don't cost that much. I ain't got all these NASA computer capabilities.
I know. And that's when I started keeping. That's when I started, keeping my ears and eyes open. And then the more that went on, and the more she kept fucking dragging people and kept going on about this whole throwing her shit away and all. Like, let it go. It never happened. It's old news. Get over it. She just keeps going over the same shit like she's obsessed with something.
Okay, well, how about this? If it did ever happen, she technically had 12 months from the time it happening to contact Google herself, explain the situation to Google, and then have Google pull it out of the cloud and give it back to her. Why didn't you do that? Miss Intelligent.
She's an idiot.
Why didn't you do that?
She's not intelligent. And that's when I started side-eyeing her like, the fuck?
Like, the only reason why I can't get back into my other account right now is because I set up that 2-factor verification bullshit on my old phone. And when my old phone, like, literally took a shit, there's no way to ever turn it back on. I can't accept the fucking code.
Shit.
So but even that, I'm in the process with Google right now with getting back into this back into my other account and shit like that.
Yeah. And that's a journey, I'll tell you.
Oh, it is a fucking journey. I've been doing this 6 weeks, maybe 7 now, trying to get my accounts recovered. But I mean, you legitimately can do stuff. Oh, wait, that's right. You got to prove who you are with an ID or a driver's license. I mean, people do want identification nowadays.
Yep. And then she tried to tell me look, when she was in Oklahoma, she tried to get me, when she was getting ready to move from Oklahoma, she tried to get me to find, she said, I need you to do research for me. I said, okay. And she goes, look for me a place around there, or just look for me a place to live. I'm like, and I was like, all right. So I looked these places up and all that. And then, oh, that's too much money. Oh, I don't have the money. Like, she was trying to get me to send her money or something. And then I was like, why don't you have Cattle King? My husband told me, tell him I'll give him a job, because he was a project manager. You know what her excuse was? He can't be in an enclosed environment to work. I'm like, what? And then
how about the excuses that they can't be on a payroll?
Right. And then she was all like, well, I said, okay, well, there's jobs that like apartment complexes need maintenance and whatever, And she was like, well, he needs an ID. I said, well, get his birth certificate and go down and get him an ID. Well, he don't have a birth certificate. I said, well, where was he born? And she said, Florida. I said, well, get on Vital Statistics in Florida and you can order him a birth certificate and then go get him an ID. Well, we don't have the money this week.
Okay.
Like, wow.
Get a job.
right? But he was working for that complex they lived in.
1-800, somebody always hiring.
Right? And I was like, whatever. And then she come up with all that bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Find your own place to live.
Okay, but listen, I'm going to be that honest with you, though. He ain't the only husband of a YouTuber that can get a fucking job.
Right.
Okay? YouTube don't pay the bills, people.
Exactly.
And if they are paying your bills, that means you're living lower than I am. And God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then I will tell you this too. She was relying on Taylor's paycheck from this grocery store or something she was working at to pay their fucking Wi-Fi and shit. And she even told me she bootlegged off the neighbor. That's why her fucking streams are shit.
Wow. I think it wasn't a paycheck from a grocery store that they were relying on because of Tay, but
I'm just saying what she told me.
wherever Tay is, I'm happy she's free.
Yeah. Because I heard some of that stuff that she was saying. I was like, oh my God. Was on the phone with her one day after that whole thing of trying to find her a place to live or whatever. And Cattle King in the background, he goes, just tell her we're going to move in with her. And I was like, no, you ain't. No, you fucking ain't. And then I quit talking to her for a little bit. And then when I talked to her again, I was telling my son something like, I have to get your laundry out of the dryer or something. She goes, oh, hell no. You make him do his laundry. Excuse me, bitch? You're not going to tell my son what to do. My son heard her. She said, you get your ass up and you teach him how to do laundry. I said, he knows how to do it. Well, you make him do it then. And my son didn't like her after that. Like, you're not going to tell my kid what to do. I mean, you don't even have your own fucking kids near you. Are you there?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I don't know. It went blank. But I was saying, shit, my kids don't do the laundry. They're 18 and don't do the laundry. It's my washer, my laundry soap, my water bill, my house. I do the laundry.
Right. And I'll do the laundry for my son if that's what he wants.
As long as my kids want me to play mommy, I'm going to keep playing mommy.
Right. And I was like, who the fuck are you to tell my kid what to do, right?
My kids have no chores, no responsibilities. The only thing they have to do is make sure that they don't go hungry, the animals don't go hungry, and the animals don't shit in my house.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do. I literally don't expect my children to do anything more than to be children.
Yeah.
Even at 18.
And he was like 10 at the time when she was saying that to him.
Oh, hell the fuck no. Nah, I'm good.
And I thought, well, no wonder your children don't want to be around you. You don't do shit for them, lady.
I still enjoy those things, okay?
Yeah.
I might not enjoy the fact that I have 18-year-old mentally delayed children, but I still enjoy being able to do those mom
You
things.
still enjoy being a mom.
Yeah, I still enjoy, I'll help you pick up your room today. Let me brush your hair type shit.
Yes.
I still enjoy being able to do those mom things.
Now, see, my son's really independent and he has really long hair. Okay. Because his thing is Jesus. So this is his thing. Jesus didn't cut his hair. Why should I have to cut mine? He was the most masculine man.
Well, was it Jonah who they cut his hair in the Bible and then it was the fall?
Yep.
So I mean, like he really does have a good point. Like, no, mom, these top figures in life didn't cut their hair. Why should I?
Right, and he don't let me brush it unless unless it's tangled too bad. Then he'll let me help him, but he's pretty independent. But there's times I just want to be mom.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's times that I just want to be mom.
Yeah.
I am 43 years old, and you know what? There are times that I wish my mama would still brush my hair.
Right. And she makes it like I should never do anything for him, like he should do everything on his own. And that's what she was making it like. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm going to be mom. Whether you want to be a mom or not, I'm going to be a mom. Always, the rest of my life.
I had this baby because I wanted a little child, okay? Like, I didn't have a baby for a paycheck. The fuck?
Right. I think that's what she had babies for, was paycheck. Doesn't she have a child named Kid?
Named Kid?
Yeah, she has 4 kids. I know one's Destiny, Cassidy, Taylor, and I know of Bubba, which is William. Isn't she got one named Kid?
I don't know if she has one named Kid or not.
That might be a nickname she called him. I don't know. But there's Matthew Blake.
Yes.
Cross?
Matthew.
And I was like, okay. But
her son Matthew, the one she didn't raise, the one that she gave up still in high school right before she dropped out. Oh,
yes.
But yeah. And actually, that is the oldest of 5 that are biologically hers.
Yeah, because they were saying, Andrew and them was saying 5 kids. I said, no, you got to stop that. She only has 4. Because they were thinking Cassidy and Destiny were 2 different people. I said, no, they're not. Cassidy and Destiny are the same person.
No. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
No, tell me. It's a whole LBGQ thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she is a fucking she. If she squats, she's a she.
Right?
Fuck out of here. If you squat, you're a she. If you stand, you're a he. Simple.
You don't got to keep your mouth shut. I think this is private now.
Well, I don't give a fuck it being private or not. I'm just, because it does erupt the whole community. But if you sit, you sit. If you stand, you stand. Don't swap it the fuck up.
Right.
I was born a woman. I'll always remain a woman. You know why? Because I sure the fuck don't want to have to deal with what a man has to deal with, just like a real man don't want to have to deal with what a woman deals with.
Exactly. And anyways, I tried to tell him she only has 4. Stop saying 5. Because she thinks she's got one on you if you think she's got 5 kids when she don't. No, I found out all that information for him and showed him how it is. That she is not, she's Destiny.
Yeah. Ty, what the fuck are you doing? You can't just walk in here and start dragging Ori around by her fucking harness. Oh, fuck out of here.
Like he just came in out of the living room, grabs a hold of Orla's harness, and starts dragging her towards the living room away from me.
No, but now you know why I changed my names and stuff all the time.
Okay, but like I said though, like, and I'm sorry, but you and I have had conversations about like your abilities and your premonitions and stuff like that, and then to see somebody that talks like that change their name repeatedly, I had an honest question. Do you suffer from split personality, or is there something else going on? And nobody would ever give me a straight answer.
Well, now you got it. Game
Go in the
stalking.
fucking room. Quit acting like you're fucking Keller and go.
I was being told, I know when you're in this chat and that chat, so I sit on the outside and then don't go in this chat, don't go in that chat. Okay, if you're sitting on the outside, you'll see me in the chat, so I'll change my fucking name so you don't know who I am.
Man, listen. Okay. And these people can tell you at the very beginning, the first 2 years of this shit, I rocked this shit so hardcore. I was everywhere. I had 4 fucking devices, sometimes 6 that I was running just to pay attention to all the lives and everything. But you really can't be everywhere and still live a life, dude. I lost 2 years of my fucking life and have fought the next 2 years to try to get my fucking freedom from this case back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I go into chats now, and like fucking Tina's Peanut will be in there. Oh, don't you? Because I was in Crime Lines and Lies one day, and I sent her a super chat for $10, and Tina's Peanut was like, "You better not send her money. Andrew's gonna get mad at you. Are you fucking serious?" I said, "Why don't you mind your own fucking business?"
Tina has a peanut. You know,
that's Lady R, isn't it?
You know, the person no, it's not Lady R, but the person that is, and I actually share nicknames.
Who is it?
Well, I had a great uncle one time that until he died when I was like 12, 13 years old, something. But up until the day he died, he always called me Messy Jessie.
Really?
At the very beginning, I don't know if it's been because it supposedly has gone through hands now.
Yeah.
Either twice or 3 times, and it's been a couple different people running it. But at the very beginning, you and I were even in the lives at Mama Bear's where they were talking about setting that channel up to harass Andrew.
Oh, okay. I probably wasn't paying attention to it.
And I'm telling you, man, like, just like I said, if you want to know Dawn's truth, go back and watch all the fucking lives. If you want to know all the Jeanette truth, go back and watch all of her lives.
Okay.
But you can't because they've all been removed.
Right. But hey, I'm gonna let you go. I'll get a hold of you later.
All righty. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I got a booper. Boop, 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 boop. I can't even get to it. Booper. There she goes. Okay, so that was Snow Angel, and we had a really good conversation. Yeah, I enjoy talking to her. I enjoy talking to other people too, because we all have theories. We all have thoughts. We've all got ideas, and some of us got the facts. And opinions or facts, it should all be compared. Notes should all be thrown into a bucket and taken out one by one and start a board. Not of who said what, but what is factual. And I've said it now for 2 years. You got to go back to day one. But now, 4.5 years into it, there ain't no more going back to day one. Most of day one has disappeared. Most of day 2 has been wiped clear. Day 3, have no fear because it's almost gone too. Hey, it's year 4. And we still have no clues. We still have no evidence. A whole bunch of hearsay, a whole bunch of backstabbing, a whole bunch of naysayers chatting. But ain't there a fucking clue? Just not one. Anywhere? Like, for real. One clue, people. Just one clue. Could end this for everyone. Nobody wants to talk to each other. And nobody wants to say, I'm grown. Nobody wants to say, yo, I'm mature. Let's sit down. Let's hash this. Let's put everything to the floor. Kind of rhyming here, which is kind of really cool and kind of queer. Haha. But anyways, have no fear. But yeah, if everybody would put their mind to it and the ego aside, you really might just find that one clue, that one glue that's been right here. I've got theories, I've got thoughts, I've got facts, I've got opinions. I have no answers because my plate is only my plate. And until everybody sits down and shows up at the dinner table, everybody, Cher, Tiffany Marie, Benny Keys, Andrew, fuck, even Crystal Crime Time. Everybody have one giant orchestrated discussion. No hate, no shame, no anything. And a conference of mature grown-ups conversating about what they know. At this time of the year, instead of putting hate in the air, why are we sending our datas to everyone near? I'm just saying, like. But anyhow, with all that, I've been live like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to put the music back on, and I'm going to go over here and do something real quick. But I'll be right here.
Okay, well, I'm going to let this cute little music play and my phone charge. I gotta go outside and do a walk around to see if I can hear any water running. So, yay. But I'll be back. Alright, I'm gonna go. I got some shit to do. My phone's on the charger, so like I'll be running back and forth just to see if somebody wanted to say something. But yeah, I'm gonna end this. Catch you all later. Bye bye. Stay blessed.